What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. And tonight we're just doing another video wrap up about just different properties and different foods that we've been eating that have been hurting us. So I have a list I typed up and I actually kind of brought it up today just in my subconscious, in my mind, you know what I'm saying? And it was just further inspiration for me to keep going forward, with being vegan and doing something that's very rare, because especially when you're driving through, the same area that you grew up in, all of your life, you know, a lot of stuff has not changed, like out there, you know what I'm saying, out in the streets, out in the city, you know what I'm saying, maybe underneath, at home for a few people, maybe, but I'm saying like I noticed in like LA, and some other environments. Like there's a heavy plant-based community, and there still is one growing here as well. And I'm in Dallas, and I've been to a lot of different gatherings and stuff. I'm just talking about the majority, like how I envision like an amazing utopia type of planet, system, whatever, matrix is like all the fast food is vegan fast food. Like all the milkshakes are vegan milkshakes. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a vegan world, a vegan city, a vegan state, a vegan country. You know what I'm saying? And I also have other ones too, like Narnia type of vibes, like outer space type stuff, like a whole nother planet, where it's like formless. That's the most deepest one I really have is that whole vision of like some Narnia type of stuff, some stuff that's beyond our imagination, some real enchanted stuff, and like I realize it a whole lot. I envision it, you know what I'm saying? And it has to be out there, and I'm open to experiencing it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's something about nature, tropical environments, like paradise islands, like safari, natural type of spaces, warm climates, spaces that aren't even touched yet by man, you know, like that type of vibe is so cool of discovery, of being a pioneer, like space suit type of stuff, rockets and whatnot. And like that stuff is real cool, going off onto uncharted territory, being like a big child, you know, out there roaming around, whatever. What I mean? That's something I'm really seeing within me, a whole lot, So bottom line is I know I got a deep vibe right there. I'm always deep. But anyways, here's some of the ideas, some of the stuff I typed, of the different foods I have been consuming, to align. It gives me inspiration to keep going, because like when you're in the same area and you're making the change and maybe not everybody else is, maybe a small minority actually is, you really stand out. And sometimes it's like sometimes it is kind of scary because you're like, wow, I'm alone. Like I'm really having to learn to think for ourselves. And, at the same time, there still is a community. We're still supposed to connect. It's just like, when we feel and we intuitively know, like we need to spend this alone time and, work on our inner self, handle some things. You do spend some alone time. It is kind of nerve wracking, especially when you see all the social media stuff going on, when you see all these people here and there, and you just kind of left alone, and you might be overcoming a whole lot of doubt, by the risk you might have taken by following your heart, listening to your heart, and doing something that's different than the majority of people are doing on the planet. And then deeper and deeper you get into it, you're like, wow, you know, those same people I went to school with, guess what? You know, we still haven't connected yet. They don't even know how to connect to us yet. You know what I mean? They may be calling you crazy. I have experience of that. Random people I haven't seen in 5 years or whatever talking about me. You know what I mean? Gossiping, saying I'm crazy, this and that. And, I don't have any grudges or anything with them. I'm not even thinking about them. It's actually a compliment to know that they're that concerned about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's ways just to let people be and honestly support them. You know what I mean? Genuinely support them, be there for them. And if it truly is meant to be, then like the connection will be there. It won't be forced, it won't be stressful. You know what I'm saying? It'll be fluid. And that's something I realized, because I just, I'm coming from, we all go to school, you know what I'm saying, from kindergarten to elementary to middle school to high school. I did some community college. A lot of people I was going to school with, they went to, universities, 4-year colleges, some community college. Some people went to the military. Some people went to the work field, like automotive stuff, all types of stuff. And like people went their separate ways, to be honest with you, like, and I was seeing that happen, and I was like, wow, okay, I guess this is it. I'm really learning, I'm used to being alone, so this is it. Some people leave, and it's honestly what makes sense because like a lot of stuff that caused the whole departure and reason why there is no big massive yearning for a reconnection to go back to people that don't serve you is because they don't serve you. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. You line up your facts, how you felt, truthfully. The more and more true you get within yourself, and you're like, okay, I can let it go. I'm not holding grudges, but it's just like I'm moving forward. And if they really, 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 you know, are supposed to be around me, like there will be that natural connection. Maybe they'll get inspired and want to embark upon their journey of manifestation and living the dream, plant-based living, you know, life in alignment, you know what I'm saying, to our highest purpose, the special, exclusive, whatever this club is called of being a rich, super original, you know, left-handed, whatever, So for me, it's just like, dang, I saw everybody going everywhere, and yeah, I did have a social life. I was doing everything, trying to have a love life, trying to work at these jobs, trying to, have material possessions like, nose ring and some earrings and these fake chains and stuff, and like just staying out late, going to clubs and all that stuff, and then still feeling the yearning for like a real deep love because I noticed a lot of people, a lot of it was just here today, gone tomorrow type stuff, hookup stuff, and I had to go through that to learn it, and like just I always deep down desired, I always deep down, I have a deep love, but it's like I always deep down had the vision and the awareness that I'm worthy of an amazing, deep, true love, one of the best loves ever, most exclusive, premium, high quality, high class, specifically catered for eternal authenticity, you know, and I have that, and I'm in the process of continuously manifesting, you know, newer levels of a lot of consciousness, of connections, of learning, of growth, and just a peace within me, and just allowing the external to do its thing, as I am enjoying being free within, you know. So, without further ado, I'm gonna just mention some foods that I had to give up. Main ones that I was eating every day for basically 2 decades, So I got shrimp, I got pancakes, sausage, bacon, eggs, you know, eggs and sausages from these fast food places, fries from these fast food places, sodas, chicken nuggets, burgers. I have ice cream. I have milkshakes. I have another burger place. I have another chicken nugget place, fast food place. I have another fast food burger. I have another barbecue order. I have another pizza place. I have another pizza place. I have another pizza place. I have a chicken finger place. I have a chicken place in general that has nuggets, chicken fingers and chicken sandwiches. I have school cafeteria pizza, school cafeteria milk, school cafeteria candy, baseball game cotton candy, baseball game nachos, state fair turkey legs, ham. I have another seafood place of shrimp with turkey with lunch meat sandwiches, steak tacos, steak bowls from another grill, alcohol, energy drinks, vaccines, another taco place, steak tacos, another taco place as well. We have another barbecue place. We have another sandwich place with meatballs. We have another chicken market place. We have another chicken place. We have a orange chicken. We have chicken soup. We have catfish. We have Rice Krispies. We have Halloween candy. We have birthday cakes. We have Whataburger. We have Sonic. We have different all these different fast food places. Fast food, sausage, eggs, oysters, white rice, white bread. So anyways, that's just honestly like a whole lot plus probably countless more, maybe whenever I've traveled and gone on vacation or snacks from the store, from the supermarket, from school. Like that was just stuff I was able to remember off the top of my head, but I know there's more, especially whenever you travel and drive around the area that you grew up in and kind of retrace some of your steps. You you see it all, you know what I mean? The stuff that's still there, and you bring back those memories. And like, bottom line is all that stuff that I just named, plus probably a whole lot more, is what I have been consuming every day for 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? So like that's already taxing the body a lot tremendously. And yeah, there might have been some fruit and some juices and obviously staying hydrated, going playing sports, drinking water, getting out in the sun and already having, a health, grateful genetics, you know what I'm saying? But like still all of that is basically how how I was 2 years and 8 months ago. That's the product of who I was before I started going vegan. So like, you know, I'm built up with a whole lot of just consumption that doesn't serve me. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that was just taxing me, us. It taxes all of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like holding us like back, slowing us down in a way. And, ever since I went vegan, it's been it's a detoxification process, of everything from you, from your brain, from everything within you, all those tendons and ligaments and veins and arteries and capillaries and blood vessels and muscles and all this stuff inside of us. Imagine how amazing it will look and feel with the right nourishment, because if you're just putting in milk all the time from, you know, cows, you're really going to get a lot of mucus and clog up your nose, clog up your chest, your brain will get mucus and you'll have Alzheimer's and dementia. You'll get clogged up a whole lot. And that's something I've realized. All that stuff, especially sodas and the alcohol phase and being on screens and computers for so long, being inside for so long, not being outside enough, not really knowing about the meditation and all the different wellness, natural supplements and whatnot. Like all this stuff is just, you know, I'm glad I have it and I'm glad I'm pursuing the continuation of this lifelong healing and strengthening process, So I'm sharing some jewels with y'all, some truth with y'all, and I see and people see tremendous and feel tremendous change within, because of these necessary changes, just a small choice. And I know that's why I typed all this stuff down and wrote and became aware of all this and making peace with it too, because it is hard to believe, because many people are still stuck with the old me. They'll be stuck with the old you, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago. They'll be stuck on that version of you, which is not you. We're supposed to be evolving. And especially when you're going vegan, you're cutting off the lies and cutting off all the dead weight. You're blossoming at a at a rocket spaceship rate, for real. Like you're just blasting off and consciousness evolving tremendously. That's what happens. And that's why, like, when we're doing our work and stuff around the city, around areas that you used to really go to, fast food restaurants, this and that, then you're like, sometimes you're like, wow, everybody's going there. It's cheap. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? It's just one slice of meat. It's only this starch, this, that, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to be perfect, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like the other part of you is like, wow, like the energetic vibrations and properties of these foods. And you know that this does build up on you, and it's worth it to invest in your health truly, instead of just blurring over the details, of your consumption just to save a little money, when you know that it's killing you. You know what I mean? So like that's something you got to get deep with and real with yourself. And that's what I've done, and like that's why I typed all that stuff down, because I was just shocked, to see, like, because I feel so much better. I'm taller, like I'm lankier. The spine is a whole lot straighter. And, like the few times I do have interactions with people who I might have gone to school with or whatever, it's a whole new ball game, because it's like I have a lot more confidence within me, because I'm actually expressing myself a whole lot more, 100%. I feel like in school, a lot of people are hiding things and suppressing a lot, and they do this in different ways. Some people act out of character to hide how they truly feel. And some people, sometimes like me, we were just like quiet about about a lot of stuff. And most people are quiet about the real stuff that I'm speaking about. Like most people are just in another world, talking about different things, gossip, entertainment, sports, and stuff like that. The club parties, stuff like that, the news, politics, that's cool. It's part of the world. I get that world, but not as many people are talking about the deep stuff, the real stuff. Very few. I'm the only one. I'm the only one of this generation that I'm a part of. Generation Z, you know, that's doing this. So that's why I'm glad I'm doing it, because it helps me out first and foremost, and it helps you out as well, because like seeing the change within me and seeing that there's some people that are still living a certain life is kind of shocking in a way. You realize that people will, if they want to change, they'll change for themselves, but not to stay stuck on them, and like just be yourself. Listen to yourself, because the further you go, the less and less you'll be overthinking and worried about like stuff in the past, experiences that don't serve you, etc. You'll be more in the flow, in the groove of things. Just like you're playing, you're in the hot zone of playing basketball. You're making a whole lot of 3 pointers in a row, warming up, and you're just getting it. You're in the zone, an athlete, like athletes do. And that's what you get into, the momentum of life, of you, literally, so keep the momentum going forward, keep believing in yourself, keep just listening to the heart within you, because it has your divine plan, our divine plan God given. We're co-creators. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have an amazing day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.